Hey everybody, Shock here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing for you guys a Dino True King list that has synchro cards in it actually. We're going to be using Christian Halki 5 Rex in here. So if you guys are excited about this, and if you guys want to see more things like this from my channel, go ahead and give me a comment on this video, a like on the video possibly, and also a subscribe to the channel so I can keep on bringing you guys this content. And finally, I did want to let you guys know as well, please give me some feedback as to the format for this video as well, because I am going to be doing a slightly different format where I will essentially show you guys my deck very quickly, and then after that I will be doing a combo tutorial on like what this deck actually can do and how this variant of the deck works, and like what are its strengths and weaknesses. So without further ado, let's get straight into the list so you guys can hear all about it. So it plays very much like a standard Dino list, and it does pretty much all the things that standard Dino lists do. So first off, the 3 Oviraptor, the 3 Miscellaneousaurus, and the 1 Giant Rex. This is your rank 4 engine. Oviraptor and Miscellaneousaurus are combo pieces that you just need to play, and the best normal summon, the best extender, and the best garnet of the deck, definitely. So you have to play the 3-3-1 ratio there. Then you're playing 3 babies and 2 petites. You play the 3-2 ratio because we are playing the True King cards, and you do want to be able to resolve the babies as much as possible. Specifically in this list, in certain combos, you will use 4 babies, so having that 5th baby in the deck is nice to have as just an extra resource. From there, you are playing the little dinos, the 2 Archosaur, and then the 1 aeolo. You play the 2 Archosaur because you can't play really any less. I guess you could try and get away with 1, but I like 2 to have 1 extra in deck just in case you draw one of them. And then the aeolo in here, obviously this card's a garnet, but the deck can function without it. You'll just be playing standard dinos if you do draw the direct aeolo in most cases, but when it's in the deck, you get to do our crazy combos, which I will show you later on in the video. Finally, to wrap up the Dino engine, we're playing 2 UTC and the 1 pankrotops. These are your boss monsters that you search off of Double Evolution Pill. Also, they really help your deck going second, which this deck is very much focused for going first. So they really help you go seconds, and they really help you break boards. Very cool cards. And then the one last card I would say is like the honorary Dino card is the Lithosagem. So Lithosagem is obviously a True King card, and it's the only True King monster we play. But that being said, this card is completely incredible. It was banned for a time, and definitely deserved that ban status while it was banned. So we do play 1 of that. Let's get on to our like miscellaneous non-dino-ish monsters. So we play the 1 Plague Spreader. This is the kind of the card you would get off of your needlefiber. Unfortunately, I hadn't really found a way to play the synchro list without using one of these cards, but to be honest with you, when you draw it, it's not that bad. So you just combo off and kill them anyways, and you're just playing the 1 Plague Spreader, so it's honestly not that tricky whatsoever. Moving on to the hand traps, you're playing 3 Gamma, 1 Driver, 3 Ash, and right now I'm playing 3 Skullmeister, but you guys can pick whatever you want for these slots. These are 10 flex spots essentially you have for the list. And in fact, if you want to trim down the list even more, you can do that as well. But those are the cards that I chose to basically help myself going second and to aid myself in going first. Onto the spells, we are playing 3 Fossil Dig and 2 Double Evolution Pill. These are your standard cards. Your Fossil Dig obviously is Rhoda, and then Double Evolution Pill is just part of your combo, so you need to play it, and it's searchable. Then we are playing a field spell engine of 2 Lost World, 1 Dragonic Diagram, 1 Set Rotation, and 1 Terraforming to round us out at a 5 count. Yeah, I mean, I was playing 6 for a while, but I felt like it was a little bricky, and you really don't want to draw anything besides the Lost World or the Diagram. I think they're just the best ones, so that's kind of the lineup there. So yep, 40 cards. Wasn't able to fit in Upstart, but honestly in this list you really don't want to fit Upstart because you could draw your potential bricks, like for example aeolo or Giant Rex, or Plague Spreader. But yeah, I do think that this deck is pretty consistent with the Diagram and Field Spell Engine. So it is pretty nice in that aspect as well. Very quickly going through the extra deck, and then we will show you that combo. So we are playing the one linkuriboh and the one secure guard. Now this is very common that you guys see with the dino lists now. We don't actually use the secure guard in a lot of the synchro combos, but it is there as a contingency plan essentially. Then we're playing one Christian Halki Fibrax, one Nightmare Phoenix, and one Nightmare Unicorn. Obviously Halki Fibrax is your combo playmaker or whatever, and then you got your Nightmare cards as general removal, which is something I think most decks should be able to fit into their list. For the synchros, you're playing one Formula Synchron, one Herald of the Arclight, one Stardust Charge Warrior, one borrelsavage dragon, one Satalite Warrior, and then one Omega to round off the synchros. You know, there's a little bit of variation in what you can play here, but a lot of the times I do go into the Formula Synchron quite a bit, the Stardust Charge Warrior and the borrelsavage dragon quite a bit, and then these cards don't come in as much. The Arclight doesn't come in as much, so you can drop cards here and there depending on what your preferences are for synchros. And I can kind of talk about some synchro preferences as we kind of go along into the combo. And then for your XZs, you're playing one Dolka, one Lagia, one Dweller, and one Tornado Dragon to round off the extra deck. Just 4 rank 4s, whatever you want. You could probably get away with 3, but I'm playing 4 right now. You might want to add in an extra synchro option if you really do feel like it. So let's quickly get into the combo. It's the standard Dino 2-card combo that you would have for any Dino list essentially, but we are able to, since we have extra cards in our deck, able to conduct a much more powerful play. So it's going to start by having any 2-card combo. It could be Baby Archosaur, it could be Oviraptor misc, it could be a bunch of different things. So we're going to do the Oviraptor misc variation. So we're going to go ahead and normal summon Oviraptor and then use its effect, of course. We'll have misc in our hand to grab a baby from deck. Once we grab the baby, we are going to discard the miscellaneous Saurus and then immediately banish it to summon out Archosaur from our deck. From there, what we can do is use Archosaur's effect to pop Baby Ceratosaurus in our hand and search out Double Evolution Pill. And once we have Double Evolution Pill to hand, we can use Baby Ceratosaurus' effect to summon out another copy of Baby Ceratosaurus. From there, what you're going to want to do is use Oviraptor to pop Baby to summon out another baby, and then Baby's effect Engrave triggers to summon out your Dirac Aeolo. From here, you have quite a few options, but the best options that I've found and what this deck excels at is synchro summoning. So first off, we are going to link away our Archosaur into our linkuriboh. Once we have that, we're able to get that link monster into the graveyard with our Dirac Aeolo to make the star of the deck the Christian Halki Fibrax. Now that we have Halki Fibrax, we can go ahead and use Plague Spreader. Use this effect to get Plague Spreader rather, summoning the Plague Spreader to the field, and then we can go ahead and synchro summon for a level 6 with Oviraptor and Plague Spreader. We're going to go into that Stardust Charge Warrior that I was talking about earlier, summoning that card to the field and drawing a card, and then we're immediately going to stack that card back onto the deck or fix your hand, however you want to do it, to summon the Plague Spreader back again. We're going to then synchro summon by banishing the Plague Spreader and sending the Stardust Charge Warrior to the grave to go ahead and synchro summon into your borrelsavage dragon. And then that borrelsavage dragon is going to trigger and it's going to grab your linkuriboh from your graveyard. And what's really nice about this is that now you have a link monster attached to your borrelsavage dragon and you have fodder for Double Evolution Pill with your Stardust Charge Warrior in your graveyard. Speaking of that, we are going to use our Double Evolution Pill to banish the Stardust Charge Warrior. And any dino, I usually go for the aeolo because at this point it's pretty much used up its usefulness. And go into our Giant Rex. Oh, Giant Rex, jeez. No, that's not that good. How about instead we go into UCT? That sounds a little bit better to me. From there, we have UCT, borrelsavage dragon with 1 negate, a Christian Halki Fibrax, and a baby Ceratosaurus. So this doesn't seem crazy at first. A lot of people would say, okay, well, you basically just ended on the normal board where you have Lagia plus UTC plus Baby Ceratosaurus. Why you playing all those garnets? Why is your deck a little bit less consistent? Well, basically, because during your opponent's main phase, you can go ahead and use Christian Halki Fibrax and banish it. They're all my banish cards. And then you can banish it to summon out Formula Synchron from your extra deck. Then what you can do is go ahead and get a +1 for yourself. So we're going to signify this as being a +1 draw for ourselves. After that, we're going to use UTC's effect first to disrupt your opponent by popping Baby Ceratosaurus, and then going ahead to summon an Oviraptor from our deck, getting us a net search for a Miscellaneousaurus. From there, we're able to disrupt our opponent further by protecting our UCT if they try to kill us or remove the card, by using Miscellaneousaurus to protect it. We can also use borrelsavage dragon to negate. For example, let's say we do use it to negate. We still can actually use that card to defeat our opponent by synchro summoning with Formula Synchron during our opponent's turn and borrelsavage dragon into Satellite Warrior. And Satellite Warrior is going to get pops of cards on the field for the amount of synchro monsters in your graveyard, which just so happens to be 2. So it'll get 2 pops, and then from there you have a huge follow-up. Again, you should have 3 more cards in your hand, so your hand really should look like this. The extra card that you drew, so the 3 cards you started with, the extra card you drew, and then the Miscellaneousaurus as an extra follow-up, along with this board right here. And you have 3 interruptions during your opponent's turn, plus the Miscellaneousaurus to protect your board so that you don't die. And this is bare minimum. This is not including hand traps. This is not including extra extenders that you have to make your combo even stronger. So overall, it's an incredibly strong combo. And then after that, during your opponent's turn, if you wanted to use UCT's effect again, you could go ahead and do that, flip everything face down and kill them. This thing is going to be at 4,500 attack. Well, it gets 1,000 for each card it destroys, so it's going to be very big too. And then if this card actually dies by card effect, I believe, it just summons back your Formula Synchron, so you can either link with it or do whatever you want to kill your opponent. So yeah, that's pretty much it though. Hopefully you guys like this format and like the combo tutorial and the quick deck profile. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this, and I hope you guys have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.